Commonly referred to as Redbird Arena, but tonight it's Spike City as we crown a 3A state champion in high school volleyball. Hello and welcome to the campus of Illinois State University. I'm Lee Hall along with three-time state champion coach Denise Kavanaugh. And Denise, it's the first ever 3A title in state history. Should be a good one tonight. Traditional power in St. Francis up against undefeated Crystal Lake Central.
It's going to be a great match, 3A and 4A. St. Francis, they've won almost every category every time there is one, and then Crystal Lake Central undefeated, so you couldn't have a better match.
Let's take a look at the road to Redbird Arena. First for Crystal Lake Central, undefeated. They beat Woodstock Marion in the sectional final, beat Trinity in the super, and then got by Altoff in the semifinals on Friday in 2 games. St. Francis beat Aurora Rosary, who had beaten them twice in the regular season. They beat Joliet Catholic in the super, and then needed just 2 games in the semis against Sycamore. All right, some great talent out on the floor tonight, Denise. Let's take a look at the key players in tonight's game. First for undefeated Crystal Lake Central.
Well, for Crystal Lake Central, you have number 32, Catherine Crystal. She's their middle blocker. She's headed to Northwestern. She does a little bit of everything. She blocks, she attacks, she's a great leader, and she's going to come up big tonight, I think, for them.
Key player for St. Francis.
You got number 9, Megan Barnacle. She's headed to Notre Dame. Another middle blocker, same kind of skills. The two of them, same story, different player.
Barnacle has really given St. Francis a lift defensively in the last couple of matches. Let's take a look. You've won 3 state titles. Let's take a look at your keys to the game. First for Crystal Lake Central.
Well, we have Crystal Lake Central. The first thing is ball control. This team has utilized their consistent ball control to frustrate the teams all year. They need to continue this to control the state final. Second, aggressive serves. I'm sure part of the game plan for Crystal Lake Central is to serve extremely tough against Wheaton St. Francis, take them out of their system. And lastly, motivating each other. We talked to the players after the semifinal game. Kelly Farrell said that the team loves each other. The seniors have been on varsity since their freshman year, and that's going to be their motivation to win.
Now the Country Insurance keys to the game for St. Francis.
First is defense. They've been playing the best defense that they have all year. Catherine Culligan, their libero, look for her to come up big in this game. They have a balanced attack. Their setter, Michelle Coker, who's headed to Texas, will get a ball to every player when needed to keep Crystal Lake Central guessing. And lastly, confidence. St. Francis has the confidence in knowing how to win a state title. This could be the edge in this state final match.
Crystal Lake Central tries to become the first undefeated state champion since 1994. St. Francis looks to add to their tradition. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after this. Welcome back to Redbird Arena. Lee Hall, Denise Kavanaugh. Here's a look at the starting lineups for our 3A state volleyball title match. Carly Hayes, Kelly Farrell, Catherine Crystal, Rachel Thornquist, Jill Henneman, and the other starter for Crystal Lake Central is Lindsay Anderson. For St. Francis, it's Butler, Matuziak, Vonderhaar, the freshman, Barnacle, Coker, and Robinson at the outside hitter for the Spartans. 4 state titles since 2002 for them. For this man, Doug Blundy, 24 years, 677 career wins. He took the Tigers to the Elite 8 back in 1989, and he joked yesterday most of these girls weren't even born in 1989. There you get a good look at Peg Kopech, the winningest coach in state history, 961 career wins. Denise, you look at these coaches, 50 years of experience, over 2,000 games coached, over 1,600 wins. Unbelievable experience here tonight on the coaching staff.
Well, I think the families of these kids know that they are very fortunate to have these kind of leaders with their kids and taking them to this state tournament that not every athlete gets a chance to be at. So I'm sure everyone's very appreciative to have them.
St. Francis will serve. They are 38-3. Crystal Lake Central 41-0. And it's Catherine Culligan to serve for St. Francis. Now a little dump over for both sides, and that first point of the game goes to St. Francis, Megan Matuziak.
We got Catherine Culligan serving here. She has the most unusual serve of the tournament. She's got the spin. It's very difficult to pass. Sideways
spin on that one. The set for Crystal Lake Central, and almost put down, and it is by Carly Hayes. She's the senior leader in kills with 295 coming into tonight's match, and she will serve with the game tied 1 each. she's headed to Sanford. Great serve for her, and now the set. Little touch shot back over, and St. Francis will attack Barnacle. Nice little soft touch for Barnacle. Megan Barnacle, a 6-foot senior, and she's key defensively. She made a couple of good blocks against Kelly Murphy against Joliet Catholic. Made a couple of good blocks in yesterday's semifinal to kind of set the tone of the match.
Yeah, and she's got a total game, as you see there. She knew exactly where the hole was, and boom, she just goes for it.
Megan Matuziak to serve that time, and a little push shot to keep the ball alive. Catherine Culligan the pass, and now the spike attempt. Jump ball at the net. St. Francis controls. Here's Vonderhaar, the freshman. And it's point St. Francis.
The neat thing about the players on both teams is we have Matuziak and you have Thornquist both going to Seton Hall. So they get to play each other in the state final.
That serve off the net and good for St. Francis. They take a 4-1 lead. As Carly Hayes says, smile. Coach Blundy said last night, we're going to have fun one way or the other. It doesn't matter the outcome of the game, we're going to have some fun. As Matuziak serves it into the net. It's 4-2 St. Francis, and the serve now for Crystal Lake Central's Kelly Farrell, the 5'6" senior. Don't be confused by her size. She has a lot of spunk. And Barnacle's shot is blocked, but it's a point for St. Francis as they lead it 5-2.
Lee Barnacle has that great one off-the-foot slide in the game, and she uses it off the block. She hits through the hole. She's very effective off one leg.
Kelsey Vorget Jr. with the serve, and now a double hit called against Crystal Lake Central, and St. Francis takes the 6-2 lead.
Well, this is exactly what Peg Kopech talked about. They wanted to get a quick start on Crystal Lake immediately and try and take them out of their game.
Forgert the serve. And a hammer shot, that time from Catherine Crystal, who's headed to Northwestern. She got that one down, and she will come out of the game for Stephanie Dunkel, 5'8" senior. 6-3 our score. St. Francis leading Crystal Lake Central. The Tigers undefeated after 41 games. The set is for Robinson, and she gets it down. Kelsey Robinson, the team leader in kills, and she's just a sophomore.
Right, she did a great job on that. The ball was set a little bit off the net, and she still found a way to get a kill out of it. She does a nice job with that.
Number 22, Maureen Slavin, 5'10" junior to serve, with St. Francis leading 7-3. And an ace for Maureen Slavin, and an 8-3 lead for the Spartans, who are taking control here. Slavin to serve for St. Francis, and it's now 8-3. A little bit of a run here for St. Francis. That point was for Crystal Lake Central. Is now 8-4. Rachel Thornquist the serve. St. Francis the attack. Butler's shot is down, and it's 9-4.
The nice thing about both teams is they run great systems, a lot of movement in their offense. As you've seen there, Butler went off 1 foot, down the line for the kill.
Michelle Coker headed to third-ranked Texas with the serve, the senior, and a 9-4 lead for the Spartans. A little two-handed push that time. Now St. Francis will attack. And into the net that time was Matuziak. 9-5 point Crystal Lake Central. Jill Henneman will serve. The Tigers look to cut into that 4-point deficit. Little push shot across. Now here come the Tigers. The attack, and Carly Hayes, who does a little bit of everything. 9 kills in the semifinals against Belleville Althoff. She also had 8 digs, 9-6.
Well, she's a great shot player, and she elevates so well. She can hit around the block, over the block. She's very successful.
Matuziak. Now the Tigers answer. Oh, and what a shot that time by Kelly Farrell. I told you, Don't be confused by her size. She's 5'6", and she beat that block that time.
You always like when the little ones can do that.
9-7 now. Crystal Lake on a little run, and they'll add to it there. Crystal Lake Central back within a point. They've run off 4 straight.
Well, in the semifinals, this is what they did. They started to serve very aggressively and take the other teams out of their system.
They are a team of runs. St. Francis looks to attack. Little push shot over that time. And now the hammer. It was Henneman, and we are tied 9-all. This is a team of runs, Denise. Against Trinity in the Super, they won on a 12-2 run and an 8-1 run in game 1 on the way to a 25-12 win in the first game of that match. And they are on a 5-0 run here.
Well, Coach Bundy said that when they all of a sudden get in a situation, they rise to the occasion, and that's what they're doing here.
Kelsey Robinson, the sophomore, rising to the occasion there. She is the team leader in kills, and she gets one that time, 286 coming into this contest. 10-9 now as St. Francis ends the 5-0 run. Here's Hayes, little touch shot. St. Francis saves. Vonderhaar hits it into the net. The freshman, I thought, played very well in the semifinals, but a mistake there.
Very unfreshman-like in the semifinals, and occasionally you're going to have a couple mistakes. I'm sure Pike put back doctor and said, hey, that's going to happen. Just do your best. Do the role you have to play as the L2 and put the ball down when needed.
Paige Economos, the libero with the serve, tied now at 10. Oh, and what a nice little, almost kind of a push shot there from Catherine Crystal. And that's the first lead of the game for the Tigers. Economos again. Nice get that time by Culligan. Oh, and Economos can't control that one. It's point St. Francis, and we are tied at 11.
That's exactly what Pat Kochbeck wants Vonderhaar to do, is if you make a mistake, get back up and be aggressive and get a kill for us so you can side out, and she did exactly what was asked of her there.
Here's Hayes over the block. Oh, and she hammered it right past Barnacle. We talked about Barnacle and her ability to get blocks early in matches the last 2 times out, but Carly Hayes went right through that, and it's 12-11 Crystal Lake Central.
She
and
is
Hayes
fired
to serve.
up. Yeah, she is fired up right now. She looks very
Barnacle
aggressive.
blocked. And Vonderhaar with another miscue.
I'm really impressed with how fired up Carly Hayes is, and she's really motivating her other players, as they discussed earlier, and she's getting excited and jump serving and putting it all together.
Boy, and it's like one of those 12-6 curveballs on a clock as Barnacle fires it out of bounds. And it's 14-11 Crystal Lake Central after trailing 9-4. That's a 10-2 run.
We'll look for Barnacle to get the ball here to put it away so they could side out.
Barnacle, tough get. They'll have to just bump it over, and they do. Blocked that time. Here comes Catherine Crystal, but it's point St. Francis with the defense. There's a look at Carly Hayes. I think she's got a little of that Leanne Rhymes thing going on
I know,
there.
that's what you're saying.
Matuziak to serve. Crystal gets it across. St. Francis to attack Barnacle. No, it's Crystal there to put it down for Crystal Lake Central, and they lead it 15-12 after trailing 9-4 earlier in this game. It's Kelly Farrell to serve for Crystal Lake Central. Just skims the net. And a double hit called against St. Francis. And it's a 4-point lead now for the Tigers, undefeated after 41 games. That's out.
That is a break for St. Francis. They needed to get out of that rotation.
Very close call, but it goes St. Francis's way. And
Now,
it's 16-13.
And now they have Robinson back in the front row, so they have their most experienced lineup right here.
Borger to serve. Here comes the set. Little soft shot controlled by St. Francis. Robinson blocked at the net. Now Crystal Lake tries to attack. Blocked by Barnacle. And put down that time by Rachel Thornquist. You mentioned she's headed to Seton Hall, and she burns her future teammate with that shot.
Yeah, and if you remember in the semifinals, she hit a lot of those line shots straight down. It's her favorite powerful shot. She really enjoys it. If you leave that block open, she's got it open.
Stephanie Dunkel to serve for Crystal Lake Central, and it's long. Butler and Slavin back in for St. Francis. They've got a great representation in their student body, Denise. Maybe one of the best student sections we've seen in any state competition.
They're outstanding. They're in sync. They have conductors. They got dry erase boards. They know exactly what cheers to do. The theme for St. Francis this year was Believe in Magic. They have a cheer specific for the theme of the volleyball team. That doesn't happen very often.
Their team trails here 18-14. Thornquist the serve for Crystal Lake Central. Here's the set for Robinson, and it's down for St. Francis as they pull within 3. So something for those Wheaton St. Francis fans to cheer for.
Well, that was a beautiful set by Coker, and Robinson was able to hit that shot right down the line.
Ranked 48th nationally by PrepVolleyball.com. St. Francis trails here in game 1, 18-15. And that one gets down. Number 34, Lindsay Anderson, the 5'11 sophomore with the kill.
Well, no, Crystal Lake Central usually relies on Lindsay's blocking ability, and there you just saw just a nice way to get a kill and help her team out.
Tigers by 4. Here's the set for Robinson. The sophomore gets it down. 4 kills for Robinson. She will serve. The Central lead is now back to 4 with Carly Hayes. Boy, look, they just have so much fun. You can't really tell when you look at the Central team whether they've won the point or lost. There's always a smile on their faces. Plenty of reason to smile for them here, up 20-16 in game 1. We are back, game 1, 3A state championship. It's Crystal Lake Central, a 4-point lead over St. Francis here. Vonderhaar, the freshman, blocked at the net, but it's out, and it's St. Francis point, 20-17.
Lee, a lot of coaches train their hitters to go off when they see a block and go off the hands to get that point. And there was a solid block there, and she did a nice job getting that done.
Catherine Crystal's kill is not controlled by St. Francis, so it's 21-17. Pretty impressive opening match here, or opening game rather, in this match for Crystal Lake Central. Carly Hayes, the senior, with the jump serve, leading by 4. Nice little touch shot that time by Matuziak. And boy, coming up big again, it's Catherine Crystal, second on the team in kills, coming in with 259. That's her 4th kill of the match.
Well, too, we talked to some of the kids on the Crystal Lake Central team, and they feed off the energy that happens during the match, and you can see that just rolling right now. They just keep getting more and more energy off every point they score.
Barnacle, it's down. No, it's out. It's out, and Peg Kopak has to call timeout. Her team just 2 points away, actually 1 point away from game point here in game 1. And you know, you talk to Peg Kopak and she'll talk about, you know, we went through tough times earlier in the season and we've learned from that. So they've been in this kind of situation before.
Yeah, they have. And, you know, like I said, they have tradition. They have confidence in being here. Right now she's telling her athletes, let's just pass the ball. Let's stay within our system. We can play with these guys, you know. And the team and all our players, they believe they can do it. They believe they can win. And on the other hand, Crystal Lake Central, they believe too, and they believe in each other, and they're having a great time out there. And they're running a very fast system, and it's hard to block. As you can see, a lot of balls are being put down hard by hitters. So both teams doing an outstanding job. It's a great match. Congratulations
to our officials who have made it to the state championship match. Great honor for them. Carly Hayes to serve. Who else would Crystal Lake Central want to have with the ball in their hands? Up 5 here in game 1. That is an unbelievable serve she has. Vonderhaar, the freshman, gets that one across the net that time. And it's point St. Francis. She had a couple of unforced errors earlier, but she seems to be coming out of that as Carly Hayes. I told you, she's still got a smile on her face. They lose the point, she's smiling. They win the point, she's smiling.
It's what it's all about.
Matuziak, the serve for St. Francis. Hayes, little touch shot. St. Francis to attack. Vonderhaar off the block. Crystal blocked. Catherine Crystal, that is, of Crystal Lake, blocked, and it's 23-19. St. Francis trying to creep back into it here. And that pass, not controlled very well that time by Carly Hayes, and it gave St. Francis an opening.
Yeah, that happens. You know, you're taught to go up and be aggressive and make sure that ball goes down, and sometimes you end up where you're lifting the ball or you get a judgment call like that, and that's part of the game.
Farrell on game point. Vonderhaar. It's out, and game one goes to Crystal Lake Central, 25-19, after they trailed it 9-4. We will be back with game two as St. Francis tries to even things up and get back in the match right after this.
How do you secure your financial future? Almost wish you had a life preserver to wear, so you'd be better protected. At Country Insurance and Financial Services, you'll get sound advice and real protection from people you can trust. No wonder more people are turning to Country, the people who know you best. Country, real answers for real financial security.
This is our country.
Need a truck? Call the red, white, and blue fleet from Elite Truck Rental. Elite's loaded with trucks in all sizes ready to serve you. Plus at Elite Truck, your reservations are guaranteed, you're in and out fast, and you always get a great price. So for your moving day, your business, or a quick pickup, it's a call and you're done. For your Elite Truck and your free moving guide, call 312-942-1001.
Call Elite Truck, 942-1001.
It's not always clear how what happens around the world affects suburban Chicago. That's why you need the Daily Herald. We give you not only the big picture, but also the local focus on international events, business, politics, sports, entertainment, and more. And we do it better than anyone. To subscribe, call 800-354-4966 or visit dailyherald.com. Because if you want to know what's happening around the world or around the block, you need the Daily Herald. Big picture, local focus.
When I joined the Illinois National Guard, I never thought I'd be saving lives.
It's more than money for college. It's built my character and given me a sense of accomplishment. The Guard opened the door for me. Now I'm on a career path, and I'm the leader of my team.
I put on the uniform, and I have a whole new outlook on life. Country, community, family. That's what matters most to me. If that matters to you, go to 1-800-GO-GUARD.com.
Lee Hall, Denise Kavanaugh back at Redbird Arena, and here is game point. Game one going to Crystal Lake Central as they lead. You would have to, I would say, favored St. Francis maybe, even though Crystal Lake Central comes in 41-0. You look at the national rankings, and St. Francis ranked 48th in the country.
Yeah, I mean, they played in some pretty difficult tournaments, and I think some people make those judgments sometimes on that as well. But, you know, to be undefeated says something. Very difficult to be undefeated and come into the state final and play like these girls are playing. They're certainly having fun.
Paige Economos, the libero, to serve here to open game two. That's set out of bounds. And it will be point for Central. They trailed 9-4 in game one, went on a 10-2 run and took control of this first game, and now they get the point here to start the second. St. Francis not communicating on that one.
Well, like we talked about in the opening, they're going to have to serve tough to take St. Francis out of their system, and they're certainly doing that. If that was part of their game plan, they're executing it perfectly.
Economos again. with a 2-0 lead. Oh, and they call that. They called that in? I thought Carly Hayes' shot was out, but they said it's point Crystal Lake Central. A violation on St. Francis. And it's 3-0. St. Francis looks a little out of kilter here. Hayes with the hammer. 4-0. Tigers with the lead. Trying to go 42-0.
Crystal Lake Central certainly just doing all the right things. They're not making any errors, and they're just playing their game.
And Economos with the ace. Surprising 5-0 lead for Crystal Lake Central. We figured this would be a very competitive match, but right now Crystal Lake Central has complete control as Economos serves again. And point that time for St. Francis. Matuziak gets it down, and the first point for the Spartans. Matuziak to serve. Hayes, little touch shot. St. Francis now the attack. Vonderhaar blocked. That's out. A little too strong by Michelle Coker, and it's 6-1 Crystal Lake Central.
Well, Michelle had the right idea. She was going for the corner to try to get the kill. Just a little bit too strong.
Carly Hayes to serve. That's out. And she laughs.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll get the next one. You got to love her attitude.
She is the epitome of play the next point.
Yeah.
She just doesn't let anything bother her. She's happy after each point. 6-2 now. Farrell is set, and it's point Crystal Lake Central. Jill Henneman.
They talked about they do a lot of singing and dancing, and their favorite song was Swing by Savage. Now, you don't have that CD, do you?
No, but they have some savage swings, I would say that.
Yeah.
Here's Kelly Farrell to serve, 26 assists against Belleville Altoff. She serves that one in the net. A rare unforced error for the Tigers. 7-3 now. Carly Hayes. And now it's Farrell. Hayes again from the back row. Blocked by Butler. St. Francis keeps it alive. Robinson's shot controlled by Crystal Lake Central. Little push shot by Catherine Crystal. Good point here. That one blocked at the net. Rachel Thornquist blocked at the net. And now St. Francis gets the ball down, and a point for them, 7-4. Catherine Culligan with the serve. Here's Carly Hayes. Oh, and St. Francis couldn't get that shot out of the net. And it's 8-4.
Well, the other thing, too, Coach Blundy talked about how they take each game one at a time, and they just kind of work each game the way it's supposed to, and they're doing that here. The biggest one, though, that they played.
Stephanie Dunkel to serve. Robinson hit that one into the net, I believe, and it's now 9-4. Crystal Lake Central. He says they don't talk about streaks either, and that's unusual for a team who goes on runs. A 5-point run to open this game. 41 straight wins. Robinson hammers it off Farrell, and it's St. Francis in 4 here in game 2.
Well, they needed that kill from Robinson, the kill with authority, and hopefully right now they can get something going here. They're 4 points down.
Michelle Coker the serve for the Spartans. Block at the net for St. Francis. They go on the attack again. Robinson, the sophomore, hammers it off Paige Economos. And it's a point St. Francis as they pull within 3.
Well, Robinson's pretty hot right now. She's just got 2 kills in a row, and look to her to keep getting the ball and putting it down.
Michelle Coker headed to Texas to play her college volleyball. She serves her team down 3, and it's Butler with the little fingertip kill. And it's back to a 2-point game.
Well, they're in a very good rotation here. St. Francis's, they have 3 hitters. They have Matusiak, an experienced player on the right, and they got Robinson on the outside.
And unable to control the serve. St. Francis pulls back within 1.
Well,
we saw Crystal Lake Central do this in the first game, fall behind and come back. Now St. Francis is doing it.
And then they're going to get these fans excited, and it can get pretty loud in here with those St. Francis fans.
Good job by the St. Francis ladies to keep their heads and get back in this one, although Crystal Lake Central gets that kill down and takes a 10-8 lead.
You see the white nail polish on St. Francis players. Their AD, who happens to be a male, has the white nail polish on too. So everybody's been involved with the state tournament excitement and white nail polish.
I even saw one of the photographer with white nail polish on. Crystal Lake Central the point and the serve, leading 11-8 now. Robinson off Farrell. And it's a kill for Kelsey Robinson. She had 9 kills in the super sectional win over Joliet Catholic. She's over 200 kills, 286 kills rather, coming in to this match. 11-9 now. Carly Hayes in the front row. She's blocked. Farrell gets it across. St. Francis the attack. Crystal Lake Central answers. Here comes Vonderhaar, the freshman. She gets it down. 11-10. She hammered it off Economos, the libero. And it's a 1-point game. Robinson to serve. Here comes Carly Hayes. Oh, she faked the hammer and gave him the little touch shot and gets it down. Good point that time for the Tigers.
Well, she's just so good. She can hit the ball with authority. She can go in, make you think she's hitting it with authority. She just has a total game.
Jill Henneman the serve. It's like looking fastball and you get the changeup. There's a changeup from Butler. Farrell keeps it alive. And it's one hopper. St. Francis couldn't come up with that little touch shot from Lindsay Anderson, a sophomore.
I don't think she even realized that, what she just did.
Right.
But that's okay, it worked.
It's a line drive in the scorebook, right? 13-10, Tigers lead. St. Francis looking to answer here. Here's Hayes, another little touch shot, another changeup, if you will, and it's a 14-10 lead for the Tigers. 41-0, looking to become the first unbeaten state champion since Breeze Mater Dei in 1994.
Wow, that's just incredible. That is so difficult to do.
And Henneman serves it into the net. Unforced error against the Tigers. It's now 14-11. Substitution for St. Francis. Number 10, Bethany Nichols. 5'4" junior comes in, and she will serve for the Spartans, who trail it here 14-11. Crystal Lake Central up 1 game to nothing after winning game 1 25-19. Another little touch shot. St. Francis gets this one, but they can't get it back across the net. So the little soft attacks by Crystal Lake Central giving St. Francis fits here in game 2 as they lead at 15-11. And substitutions now. Catherine Crystal back in for St. Francis. Economos to serve, leading 15-11. Robinson blocked at the net by Crystal. Crystal of Crystal Lake, 16-11. And timeout, St. Francis with Crystal Lake Central in the lead here, 16-11 in game 2. The Central Tigers of Crystal Lake leading here in game 2, 16-11. Let's take a look at that last play. Denise?
Well, that's Lindsay Robinson out of the back row. They're trying to feed her the ball. She's been hot the last few plays. and it's just a little bit low on the set.
Yeah,
and goes in the net.
I said Catherine Crystal got a block there, but it was actually into the net. At any rate, it's a 16-11 lead for the undefeated Crystal Lake Central Tigers. Economos, the serve. She's on a little run with the serve. Robinson shot out of bounds for St. Francis.
Well, Megan Barnacle went up on that quick attack, and she tried to avoid the block and just went a little bit too outside the court.
Economos is on a roll with the serve here. 17-11 now. Vonderhaar at the net, and it's point St. Francis. Catherine Crystal tried to block and then couldn't control, and it's St. Francis with the point. It was 11-10. I'm sorry, dear. It was 11-10. And now that was a 6-2 run there by Crystal Lake Central.
Well, I was just going to say, Matusiak really has a tough floater, and if she could serve aggressively, they could get back into it right here. So now the fans are excited. This could be a run right here. St. Francis really needs to do something at this time.
And now the official talking to Michelle Coker. Little delay. Now Megan Matusiak headed for Seton Hall. Will serve. She will be teammates with Rachel Thornquist of Crystal Lake Central, as Denise told you earlier in this match. That serve is out. Crystal Lake Central looking good here, winning game 1 and now up 5. Here in game 2, the serve for Carly Hayes. And the whistle, and it's a point, Crystal Lake Central.
They must have just declared the ball down. Catherine Culligan got under it, but they say that it hit the floor.
And I said it earlier, Carly's serve is like a 12-6 curveball. If you look at it on a clock, it just drops right off the table. Impressive to watch from the side here. St. Francis keeps it alive. Here's Robinson, the sophomore. Little soft attack there. Crystal. That one's returned. St. Francis trying to keep it alive, but can't. And it was number 44, Rachel Thornquist, the future Seton Hall Pirate, getting it down for Crystal Lake Central as they lead it now 20-13.
Well, that was a big dig by Economos that got them that point. And it's just great to recognize her talents and skill as a libero.
Farrell, now Crystal, double hit. They're so picky on that.
I know.
It's really, I mean, to the layperson watching, it looks like it's clean, but these officials are right on top of it. 20-14. And it's a serve for Kelsey Vorgert, the junior. Her team trailing by 6. Hayes. Oh, and then a jump ball at the net. Farrell tries to kill it. Crystal keeps it alive. Thornquist gets it across. St. Francis keeps it alive now. Robinson hits it out. And it's 21-14. And you can kind of feel it. Crystal Lake Central creeping closer to that magic number 25. And they substitute here. Corey Cooper, number 51, 5'8" junior, returns for the Tigers. Farrell, the serve. Robinson, the attack. It was tipped. They rule it was tipped. It was out, but tipped. And St. Francis gets the point and the serve, trailing now by 6.
Well, I'm sure St. Francis has enough confidence to think they could do this. And Culligan's going to try to get them started here with that spin serve.
She's got that east to west rotation and a double hit on Crystal Lake Central. They say, we're all right, we're all right. Let's just get things put together here. 21-16, St. Francis looking to make a run here. Thornquist. Robinson to answer. And she does. She throws the changeup.
Yeah, I mean, she's really working so hard right now to get as many points as possible for her team. She's like, let's go, we could do this.
Crystal Lake Central trying to stay in control here. Hayes, shot deflected. Now Robinson, the sophomore, it's out. She wants a deflection but doesn't get it. And it'll be a substitution for Crystal Lake Central as they get the point. And Stephanie Dunkel, the senior, comes in to serve, leading 22-17. Kelsey Robinson wanted a deflection call that time, but didn't get it. St. Francis down 5 here. They get a point that time. Robinson gets that one down, and it's 22-18.
Well, last time Coker was serving, she went on a run with her serves. I'm sure she's going to go after it right here. 23 assists in the semifinal win over Sycamore. She serves, trailing by 8 here. Thornquist tries a little touch shot. St. Francis ready that time. Robinson. And a nice get that time by Carly Hayes. She pushes it across. St. Francis saves it. Farrell the set. Cooper. Now Robinson. Little touch shot across. Farrell can't get there. She tapped it over the block. And it's St. Francis on a run now. Catherine Culligan would not be denied on that last ball. She was going in full force. She recognized the tip and got under it. And 19-22.
5-1 run by St. Francis. Central keeps it alive, but it's out. Lindsay Anderson's shot was out. Now Coach Blundy will call timeout with his team clinging to a 2-point lead here in game 2. We're going to stay here. And we saw the Central girls come back. And now St. Francis trying to do it here as we take a look at the tale of two cities. Crystal Lake, McHenry County, and out of the Fox Valley Conference, St. Francis out of Wheaton, DuPage County. The always tough Suburban Catholic Conference. We mentioned they lost to Rosary earlier this year, twice, to Aurora Rosary, and came back and beat them in the sectional final.
Well, this is a big point here. Crystal Lake Central wants to put this ball away and have a chance to serve. Look for Rachel Thornquist to possibly get the ball here.
All right, it's Coker to serve. Her team on a 5-1 run here. Make that a 6-1 run now. Can Crystal Lake Central hang on? And a big hit that time from Rachel Thornquist. 13 kills in yesterday's semifinal.
Well, right there, you knew she was getting the ball, and she put that down with authority.
Now Thornquist to serve. Robinson. Saved that time. Now St. Francis will try another attack. Blocked and out, and it's St. Francis point. 23-21. Boy, this is a thriller as Vonderhaar, the freshman, comes back in for St. Francis.
That was a great shot by Matusiak. She went right off the block.
Kelsey Anderson the serve. Here's Carly Hayes, blocked at the net. And that time, the Central girls kind of got caught looking at each other.
That's a huge block right there by Francis.
23-22. The Tigers trying to hang on. St. Francis gets it across. It wasn't the cleanest play. Here's Hayes. She tried another touch shot and blocked at the net. Megan Matusiak at the net. And we are tied 23 all.
Well, Matusiak, an experienced player. She won a state title last year. She knows what needs to get done to win another one. 25
points might not be enough. Hayes blocked. St. Francis keeps it alive as Crystal Lake Central got it back across. Farrell sets Hayes. That one's down. And the Tigers celebrate, leading 24-23. Match point for Jill Henneman. The 5'6" senior to serve for the state title on the line. And it's a state title for Crystal Lake Central. Lindsay Anderson, the sophomore, with a little touch shot at the net.
Well, that's her role. Her role was to block balls all year, and she just did that for the state title, so it was very fitting.
Well, Doug Blundy said win or lose, we're going to have some fun. I think they're having fun with a state championship. 42-0. They are the first undefeated state champion since Breeze Mater Dei won the Class A title back in 1994. That is impressive stuff.
Well, and I just was looking at their shirt, making a statement. They certainly did here tonight.
Indeed they did. Crystal Lake Central will raise their first state championship trophy in girls volleyball. 25-19, 25-3, the final over St. Francis. And Crystal Lake Central is the first ever 3A state champion. Doug Bundy, your team 42-0. An incredible run there. You guys came back, made a great comeback in game one, and then held off St. Francis in game two.
Yeah, we have tough girls. They hang in there no matter what happens to them. They've done that all year. It's amazing. You can't imagine going 42-0. We only had one 3-game match the whole season, so that was really it. Our girls are just wonderful. Our fans were great too. We've got a lot of support at our school from the parents and from the kids, and I think our girls feed off that.
24 years in coaching and over 600 wins. What does this mean to you tonight to have a state championship trophy in your hand?
I really can't explain it. It's a rewarding experience for a whole year. Most of the seniors on the team have been on the varsity since they were freshmen. We're like a family, and we've been like a family the whole year. They're like my daughters. I have one daughter, but I have like 22 others too.
Denise Cavanaugh is here with player of the game and one of your daughters, Kelly Farrell.
Kelly, talk to me about quarterbacking the team tonight, and how did your hitters perform for you?
Oh my gosh, awesome. I love every one of my players. The hitters did a wonderful job. I couldn't ask for more. They did everything just like perfectly, and you know what, I couldn't ask for more, and I just want to thank them for doing everything, staying strong the entire year.
That's great. So are you going to show me the swing dance by Savage?
Well, it's not really a dance, but we definitely do listen to it. We all just kind of huddle together and like mosh pit, I guess, together before we play.
Show me what that looks like.
We're just going,
yes, you just won a state championship.
Woo!
All right, let's see that hardware. Congratulations to Crystal Lake Central. A record-setting, history-making day here at Redbird Arena. 42-0, the first undefeated state champion since 1994, and the first ever 3A state champion. Our congratulations to the Tigers. Back next with the 4A state championship right after this.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure meeting you. Congratulations.